All right, we have breaking news. The FBI is reopening its investigation into Hillary Clinton's email, into the private server that she used, into the possibility that she sent classified emails as well. We do have a letter confirming that from FBI Director James Comey. We're also going to bring in Margaret Talev now from Washington, D.C. She's our senior White House reporter. Margaret, I know it's a fast-breaking story, but Vonnie points out this must be all due to the WikiLeaks releases. Is that the catalyst for this?
That's the theory that we're operating under at this point. It makes the most sense. And 10 days out from the election, the one thing we know for sure is this is certain to have some level of political repercussions in a race that has already tightened. The FBI and Congressman Chaffetz all divulging not as much information as we would want at this point. We know that this is reopened, but not how big a deal it's going to be, whether this is huge or whether it's sort of pro forma and Comey doing what he needs to do for the sake of justice and credibility. We certainly expect a wide reaction from Republicans all the way from Donald Trump to down ballot members. We certainly expect the Clinton campaign to have to respond, but just how big this impact is going to be, we don't yet know.
Yeah, and we don't want to overreact because we don't know what it is yet. We just have an investigation that's being reopened. Presumably an investigation takes a while. Could it run past the election day?
Yeah, I mean, I think in this sort of thing, when you're up against this sort of a deadline, it is always going to be the desire and in the interest of the investigating body to move as quickly as they can, but to show that they have done a thorough job in considering the details. Literally, this story is unfolding within the last few moments. So we hope to have a little bit more information, but I would certainly expect that that the investigators, that the FBI is going to want to move as quickly as they can to kind of sort of contain political fallout from this and keep this to sort of adjust the facts sort of procedure. It's easier said than done with literally a week and a half left in the race.
We do have, Margaret, I just want to bring up the letter. I've got it here on my Bloomberg from James Comey to members of Congress. In the last paragraph, he does say, although the FBI cannot yet assess whether or not this material may be significant, I cannot predict how long it will take us to complete this additional work. So I think it's important, the time frame here, to take that into account. And I also think in the second paragraph, he says, in connection with an unrelated case, the FBI has learned of the existence of emails that appear to be pertinent to the investigation. So that seems to, I'm not sure if the FBI is working on any cases involving WikiLeaks, but he says they've received this information in connection with an unrelated case. Very interesting.
That's right. Well, and we do know, because John Podesta has told us himself, that the FBI let him know that they were in the process of conducting a criminal investigation into the hacking of his account, his Gmail account. So it's entirely possible that that's what this is connected to. And it's entirely possible that there are not going to be any stunning revelations from this, but this is a matter of the investigating body doing due diligence and checking
Margaret,
all of the boxes.
Are there any precedents for a candidate having to withdraw for any reason, either before the election or during a lame duck session, for the president-elect to have to withdraw the position, leave the position?
You're saying, is there any precedent for that? I think we're not nearly far enough along in this process to know whether any of that's even going to be in play. But I certainly think that I would expect the opposition, both the Trump campaign and the Republican down-ticket candidates, to be making the most of this until there's some reason why they should not. And I think this is the last thing Hillary Clinton's campaign wanted in the closing week.